opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.
Coming up on the Drumbeat, Apache football continues their undefeated season as they prepare to face Cisco College in the semifinals. TJC West Fire Academy shows us what courage means and why they are willing to rise above. And Lauren Tyler from Student Life will talk to us about getting involved on campus. The Drumbeat starts right now.
Broadcasting live from Studio 1108 in Jenkins Hall on the campus of Tyler Junior College. This is the Drumbeat, bringing you the latest from students like us.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Coyle. The Apache football team is 9-0 overall and 7-0 in their conference. They will be facing off against Cisco College in the semifinals on Saturday, November 15th at the Rose Stadium. TJC students can support their team and receive free admission by showing their student ID. TJC West Fire Academy is a path to firefighting for residents of East Texas. Admission into the program is as simple as filling out an application and getting accepted. Fire Academy cadets learn the ins and outs of service, teamwork, and rescue. Cadets who graduate from the academy may be certified firefighter 1 and 2 or hazmat.
It's kind of a part of the job. That's always going to be a decision you have to make. When you're in a burning building and there's someone that I get a call on command saying to get out. Building's about to collapse, but I see somebody in the next room that needs saving. I'm going to have that decision. Do I save myself or do I go try to save them? I would like to think that I would go save that person, do my best to get them out.
For more information on the TJC West Fire Academy, visit tjc.edu or contact Fire Academy Director Andy King, located at the TJC West campus. Coming up after the break, a conversation with the Director of Student Life, Lauren Tyler.
I surrender.
All right, pal. Get ready for the day, buddy.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Dad. Do we have a gun?
What's that?
Do we have a gun?
Thank you for joining me today. My name is Naima. Here with me is TJC's very own head director of all things regarding student life, whether it's information on different organizations, activities, luncheons, clubs. She is your go-to woman. In Apache for the past 15 years, serving as student director for 13 is the illustrious Professor Lauren Tyler. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for that intro.
What would you say is the epitome, the important part of your role as director of student life?
I would say as a student myself, getting involved play a huge role in my future, and so just creating opportunities for students to have that opportunity to connect, whether it's things like the Drumbeat or joining a club or even just meeting their best friend at an event. That's my hope.
What event being held this year was or is the most meaningful or impactful to you?
I mean, homecoming obviously is the epitome of student life, right? There's something every day. My Drumbeat plays a huge role. I know I talked about that previously, but everybody coming together during homecoming week for a common goal of keeping the Drumbeat alive is just one great way for students to get involved and kind of all come together for a common purpose. Another one is probably the East Texas Big Event, something we probably don't talk about enough, but it's UT Tyler and TJC students coming together all in one day to do community service all over Tyler, and we'll have hundreds involved in that. And so when you talk about community impact, that definitely is one that I think is a great way for students to get connected.
Is that like a semester event, or is that more of just like a seasonal thing, like fall semester?
Yeah, so
event?
homecoming takes place in the fall, and then East Texas Big Event is the spring. So I was just trying to think of different opportunities for students to get involved either semester.
What are some challenges that you typically face as the director of student life?
Well, one challenge that I have is that you guys keep coming in traditionally at about 18, and I keep getting older, right? So less cool and less hip probably. The other one is just making sure students know about all the things, right? Whether it's we're having all these great events and we're having all these neat opportunities, but there's so many students out there, they're like, I didn't know, and I hate to hear that, for sure.
So because there is that gap, how do you keep yourself in the know and up to date with current events?
I try to surround myself with just cool students that enjoy having a good time and just really listen to feedback. We have things like student senate committees where we have the activity committee and we run ideas through that. And there's a lot of students giving input, right, at those from different organizations. Try to collaborate with different organizations to do things. We've done that with HSO and BSA this fall. And then again, just really getting the feedback of our students that work in our office. What do they want to see? You know, what kind of events do you want to have? A great example of that's lunchtime karaoke. We would do a lot. Well, they were like, why don't you do it at dinner? There's a lot more people there at dinner. Lunch is more just grab your food and go to the next class, where more people, I guess, hang at dinner. And we had a great success for that. So just something as small as just giving that feedback, hey, you're already having this event, try it at dinner, is just try to take students' feedback in. And, sometimes they're successful and sometimes they're not.
So I noticed while walking through the halls of Jenkins that there is a little sign for a blood drive happening over at Carter Blood Care tomorrow.
Yeah.
What can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so we partner with Carter Blood Care almost monthly with different blood drives. Oh. And so our one is tomorrow in Rogers Student Center, the Spirit Room, and it's just a great way for students to give back. They depend a lot on our local blood donations for, the community, and so that's an easy way. I always challenge students when they say, why should I give? I'm like, well, can you call your mom and say you helped save 3 lives today? And they always have giveaways and snacks, which are perks, but, if you really want to give back, that's a great way to do it. And, you can potentially help save 3 lives. So if you're checking off, I took my midterm, I saved 3 lives today, I gave my speech. That's a really productive day.
It does sound like fun. So I also noticed on OrgSync, I don't know if it's still up there, there is going to be a Christmas toy drive?
Yeah, Phi Theta Kappa and I believe student nurses both host some sort of a Christmas toy drive. Different organizations will pick their community service projects, and so we have a few different service things, like Art Club does the food drive, SNA does one, Phi Theta Kappa, so different groups will do things, like for example, we're doing ringing the bell for Salvation Army at the 1st of December, so it is a great time that people come together to have different community service events.
Now, is it only partnering with Salvation Army, or are there different other organizations as well?
Oh, definitely different organizations. I know PTK in the past has done like Nicholas Pet Haven or SPCA or, different groups. So the organizations pick which nonprofit they want to support.
Okay. Well, thank you again for joining me today. It's been a pleasure, and go join a club. Thank you.
Thanks.
That does it for us here at the Drumbeat. Thank you for joining us today. Remember, you can always find the latest news at thedrumbeat.com or by downloading the Drumbeat app, and figure out what's next by picking up the Drumbeat Next magazine on newsstands by you now.
The opinions expressed here are those of the students and do not necessarily reflect the positions of Tyler Junior College.